but I told you I might be going blonde.
I know.
Because
like
I found
blonde?
Yeah, girl, I found a patch of white hairs.
I thought it was really good. It was not. It was probably the worst experience of my entire life. 1 foot walking across Hollywood Boulevard, me chasing after my shoe, and they were like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh."
Roll up to my table and you won't believe it's ridiculous. Not just serving cookies, now I'm spilling tea. It's ridiculous.
Hey, my little rebels. Welcome back to Rodiculous. Before we get into the episode, I just wanted to mention that this podcast is now available everywhere you normally get your podcasts. A great way to help the show is to follow it, subscribe, download, and rate Rodiculous wherever you can. Also, you can become a channel member on YouTube by clicking the join button. My guest today is someone who I've recently been hanging out with. We met and have been collabing a lot. She's kind, talented, smart, funny, and has so much going on. I could talk about it for hours. Her schedule is booked and busy. I am so excited to welcome Simone. Welcome, Simone.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. You were like yapping, and I was like, wait, you're going to make me cry. I just did my makeup.
I was like, let me embarrass you a little bit. So for people who are new to the show, they're getting familiar, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? So you act and dance, and basically you guys, she's a triple threat, but I almost want to call it a quad threat because you're also an entrepreneur. Like, what am I missing?
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's everything.
See, the thing is that I would never say that. So, if anything, you kind of just gave everyone the rundown. I don't know. Do you realize, like, when people ask you, like, what you do, I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Like,
I do it all.
I do everything. A little bit about me. Hi, I'm Symmone Harrison. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Your set is so cute.
Thanks.
I am an actress. Like Rose said, I'm an entrepreneur. I started my first company when I was 6 years old. It's called Bear in the Chair. And we moved to California. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Moved to California almost 8 years ago.
Wow.
This is basically my home at this point. Me and my parents live out here. I just bought my house last year, which was really exciting. And I guess, like, lore drop that no one really knows, but I'm launching a podcast next weekend. And it's not announced, but now it is. So technically I just announced it on your podcast, but Ro is actually on it, and we had the best time. And a more recent passion I really found out that I love doing is hosting. So lots of hosting, lots of interviews, and just really exciting stuff coming up this year.
I'm so stupid. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, add it to the list. Acting, singing, dancing,
Stop it.
hosting, entrepreneurship. I don't even know where we're at now, but this is just so cool. Like, we met, I was hosting a bunch of like creator days at the house, and you came over and we collabed and made such funny videos, and I just got such great vibes from you. And you're friends with my friend Sophie Dossie.
Oh, I was on the phone with her pulling up. She's like, I'm going to Rose's house tomorrow.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
It made me so happy. And I didn't know that her friend, Jake, is your cousin.
Yeah, it's like a whole little like triangle we have going on. I've known Sophie. She was like one of the first people I met in LA. Complete accident. Met her, I think, 7 years ago. And then, yeah, Jake's my cousin, and they've been friends separately. And it's just like, we always hang out and we go on trips, and, you know, it's really fun. But
It's such a small world.
it really is.
It's crazy. And I was just so impressed by you. I started hanging out with you, and I thought you were much older than you are. Not because of
You
like
were
looks,
too
but I mean
nice to me.
her maturity, you guys. Simone is 18. When you told me you were 18, my head almost exploded because we were joking about this. I was telling your mom too, like at 18, I was dumb as a box of rocks. Like, my girlfriend dared me to lick a ski pole, and I did it, and that stuck. And literally my tongue stuck to that pole. And then okay, so tell us about this business, because I just was so like fascinated by it. It was a bear on a chair, and it's like helped kids.
Yes, so it's kind of a crazy story. So I've definitely been always a really creative kid. I've never gotten a B in my life. I was like straight A student in school, but I definitely was like super creative. Straight A student too. It's like us Italian girls, like focused into the work.
I'm trying hard. I'm like, I'm gonna do this.
I was like very scholar vibes. So I was 6 years old and I was like, you know, I'm an only child, and sometimes, like, being around people who have siblings, like, it's very normal for siblings to get into, like, little bickers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But being an only child, I was, like, teacher's pet, like, would bring the teachers, like, homemade goods, and I was like, hi, like, love me, like, please, thanks. And, like, I didn't have siblings, so my friends and my family were, like, everyone I hung out with, you know? So I was like, I wish there was something that lasted, like, all year round. Like, there's little, like, products that come around at Christmas time to like see if you're good for Santa. But I was like, no, like I'm good for Santa, but I'm also good all year round, and I want to be rewarded for being good 24/7, not just at Christmas time to get presents. So
I like that.
I love teddy bears. I have a little teddy bear named Barry. I got him when I was 3, and I still have him. I sleep with him every night. And it's just this cute little bear, and like teddy bears are like my favorite thing growing up. So I was like, what if it's just like a bear? Like maybe it sits on a chair, like whatever it is, and it just like watches and makes sure I'm being good all year round. And my parents were like, wait, like this is really cool. And like, you know, at 6 years old, like now I'm thinking of like a 6-year-old, I was like, why did they like go through with that? Like, why did they believe that, you know? But my parents have been like so supportive since day one. And they're like, whatever she's passionate about, we're passionate about too, and we're going to make it happen. So they went on their computer, they had it like a pen and paper, and they were writing down everything I was saying. They like, look, there has to exist somewhere out there. And there was nothing like it whatsoever. And they're like, wait, this could be like a real thing. So we started doing research, and we made like a prototype. Basically, a prototype is like a mock-up version of whatever you're trying to create. So I used a Build-A-Bear box as like, okay, so this is the box, and then I put my bear Barry inside. And I was like, okay, how can we go from here? And we kind of just like started building out. Then we got like a bunch of samples. There's like an old picture, probably on like a time thing like that my parents have like in storage, but there's a picture of me, and there was like 4 different like shades of the fur, and then 4 different materials, and then there was like different swatches of colors that would be like sewn onto the bear. And then a really cool part about it, I actually haven't talked about this in forever, so this is like trying to bring it back from my memory. I wanted like a little piece of me on it, so I wrote like BOTC, which stands for bear on the chair. And on a bunch of papers, I did like 20 of them, and they lifted it off the paper and hand sewed it onto every bear. So like my handwriting is on the paw of the bear.
That's so cool. That's
It's
like
really cool.
personal. That's very unique.
Honestly, it was kind of just like a thing I wanted to do for myself, and it was really cool. And we got a designer that like makes all like the Disney products and stuff, like to do the box. We got a patent on the product, which is like so cool. Like still to this day, in a couple years, I think I'll realize, but still to this day, I don't even realize how cool that is. Like I know it's cool, but I think I'll appreciate it when I'm like 5 companies in, and I'm like, wow, that's like really hard.
I can't wait to see the things that you're just going to create over your lifetime. Like I feel like I never know what to expect because you have so many talents. Like I was like, so I'm probably going to catch her on TV shows. I'm probably going to catch her running businesses. Like I may catch you on Shark Tank being a shark. I mean, you may be one of the sharks in the seat. I mean, that is
play
like
with me. I love Shark Tank. We watch every single season. Like my parents and I sit down and watch it, and we were thinking like, do we go on Shark Tank? Like whatever. We ended up like not doing it. We ended up just keeping it more of a like us thing, especially like I was 6 years old, lived in Ohio. Like we had no idea what we were doing, but it was supposed to just, you know, be a behavior tool for kids, but it actually kind of flipped around, and it wasn't even on purpose, but I was doing a meet and greet like at the store, like signing people's boxes when it first came out, because it sold in like a couple toy stores across the nation. And
so cool.
This guy comes up to me like sobbing with my product, and he's like maybe like mid-20s, maybe early 30s, and I was 6, and I was like, what is happening? Like, you know? And he was like, you changed my nephew's life because he has autism and he has a nonverbal type of autism and he can't communicate. So using the patches on the bear, because there's a happy face patch and a sad face patch, and it switches. So like if you're being good that day, you visually see like the happy face or like the sad
Right.
face, and it's like a t-shirt, and then you like can Velcro the patches. So he said because he can't communicate very well that he used the patches to kind of express how he's feeling. He've used it for like a little over a month at that point, and it's literally changed their life.
That's
And
amazing.
I couldn't comprehend that when I was at that age. Like I understood the best I could, but saying that right now, like that's like still to this day the coolest thing I think I've done. So now we kind of
Wow.
like pivoted a little bit, and now it's mostly in like learning centers and doctors' offices and schools, and it's mostly helping in that department, which honestly is even better than I could expected. It was on the show Blackish.
Yeah.
It's on the reoccurring Christmas episode every Christmas.
episode.
Yeah, it was something really cool, and especially for being so young, like I knew it was really cool, and I even just looking back, like, has it been 12 years? Wait, is that right?
Whoa.
No, wait,
no, is it?
Wait, is that correct math?
Has it?
Yeah, 12 years.
You guys, I absolutely adore her. You have no
I
idea.
love you. And I don't think people know if they watched our episode, which is not out yet, but it's coming very soon.
Can't wait.
But like, I told Ro, like, I have her cooking books in my kitchen. Like, growing up before I even moved to California, like, I had like a mini baking business, and like I would watch your tutorials and be like, okay, obviously nowhere near, but like I was like, how do I bake a cake? How do I mix it? And like my whole family, like, you're like a legacy creator.
You are
like,
so sweet.
even the few people that were there while we were filming afterwards, they're like, oh my God, I love Rosanna so much. Like I watched her growing up, and like,
You're so sweet. Your whole team is like amazing.
Thank you. I got really lucky.
Seriously, great people. Like really good people.
I couldn't have asked for a better team and a better guest to come on. Like I already, like just having someone like I watched growing up is like so special to me.
We had
thank
so
you.
much fun, you guys. So if you're listening, I'm going to link down to where they can find your podcast.
Oh my gosh,
So
thank
you can
Even though
link,
it's like
listen.
not out yet,
It's
but it
not
comes
out
out
yet.
in a couple days. When you're hearing this, it comes out
Yeah.
in like 5 days. so.
Whenever it does come out, I'm putting all the links down below. So it may be a little delayed, but we're putting them there.
you are so sweet.
We had so
Thank
much
you.
fun. We talked about girl code.
we did.
That's a little
that
sneak
was
peek.
so fun.
Little preview. I'm going to take a quick break right here to talk about one of this week's sponsors, Polite Society. Now, I have a question. Is your foundation treating you right, or have you been settling? Literally. It is time to break up with toxic makeup and fall in love with your foundation. Polite Society believes toxic ingredients are just as bad as toxic traits, so they left them out. Meet More Than a Pretty Face Foundation, the game changer your skin has been waiting for. Not only is it makeup, but it's also skincare. With 30 inclusive shades, it is dermatologist tested, safe for sensitive and acne-prone skin, and packed with skin-curing ingredients because your skin deserves a love story too. It's formulated with vegan hyaluronic acid for plumping hydration, niacinamide, which aids in minimizing pores, and willow bark to brighten and keep your skin clear. And unlike some relationship, this one is built to last. It won't dry up, let you down, or leave you guessing. Plus, it's clean, vegan, and cruelty-free. Finding your perfect match has never been easier with their 100% shade match guarantee. Take their shade finder quiz at politesociety.com and finally get the foundation that treats you right. Want the full package? Get More Than a Pretty Face Foundation with their More Than Pretty Powder Loose Setting Powder, which is talc-free. Love, 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 love. And Polite Pops Powder Blush Stick. It's so cool. It like goes on almost like creamy, but it's a powder. I don't understand. It's magic. At a $50 savings in a classic beauty set at politesociety.com. Also, did I mention that the set also comes with this limited edition plushy makeup bag? It is so soft and cute and squishy, and I love it. Say goodbye to red flags and hello to love at first swipe. Shop Polite Society at Ulta Beauty and politesociety.com. Use code Rosanna15 15 at politesociety.com for 15% off your first order. You started dancing at the age of, is this 3? Is this correct?
2. Like, of course, they were like baby classes, but I was like 2 in a couple months.
2?
Yeah.
I'm like, could I even stand it 2? You're over here doing choreo. You're over here like 5, 6, 7, 8.
I love dancing. Dancing was kind of like my first love.
Yeah.
There's a photo of me showing up to my first dance class. I was in a pink like leotard and like a tutu, and I have my little like ballet slippers, and I'm with my teddy bear Barry, and I brought him to dance with me. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I have naturally curly hair. So like little coils.
Yeah.
As I got older, it just like grew a little bit straighter. So it's now like wavy. But like
Yeah.
if I don't brush it after the shower, it is like poof.
Curly poof.
Yeah, and then when I was born blonde.
No way.
Yeah, so like if you're watching this, my hair is like almost black. I just dyed it yesterday.
I
but-
love it. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's so pretty because when I met you, you had blonder hair.
Yeah, it was like honestly pretty much natural highlights. I only got it highlighted once, like 2 something years ago, and I never got a touch up, and it kind of just like stuck. But also my hair was like more of a like very light brown blondish, like dirty blonde, I would say.
Yeah.
And then the highlights just made like face framing a little bit more blonde than normal.
Yeah,
but
they were pretty.
yeah, it kind of like was my natural hair color for the most part, and then yeah, I just dyed it pretty dark, and I really like it because I have hazel eyes, so I really wanted my eyes to pop more.
They do. They pop
Thank
with the
you.
dark hair. I was telling you this, like Megan Fox. Like when she has the
Thank
dark
you.
hair,
That's the
her
nicest
eyes pop,
compliment.
and like that's what I think of when I see you with your long dark hair and then your bright eyes. Like they just
you.
sparkle. I think it's like so beautiful. I
I
really
feel like we
this
pretty much
color.
have the same hair color. Mine's a
I know.
little
I
bit
feel like
lighter,
ours
but
is
I
similar.
really
Mine is
like
darker. It has like more red in it. But I told you I might be going blonde.
I know.
Because
like
I found
blonde.
Yeah, girl, I found a patch of white hairs.
You do
And
not have white hair.
I'll show you. I have a patch of white hairs that I found, and I went, and I don't want to do this game where I'm always trying to dye them and they don't hold color. And like, so I'm like, you know what? If I just go more blonde, then I welcome them. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
come hither. Come join the club.
I really don't think you have gray hairs.
I'm going to go full Daenerys. Just wait.
Yes.
I mean, not right away, but we're going to get there.
Okay, so it's going to be like a slow process, or are you going to
Yeah.
do like a dramatic change?
I'm going to try to ease into it so my
Yeah.
hair doesn't fall out.
Oh my god, wait, I'm so excited. Like I have to like see it right
You're
away.
going to be my friend with gorgeous long hair, and I might fry my hair off, and I'll
You
be
know
your
what?
bald friend. Or who wears wigs?
Wigs.
I'll wig it up.
Wigs.
I might wig it up for a while, guys. So we'll
Honestly,
see.
every episode you can be like completely a new person. Like you can have 10 alter egos. Like red hair one episode, like
Yes.
brown, blonde, pink.
Have
Like-
you done all hair colors?
No, this is my first time like dyeing my hair.
Really?
Yeah.
How are you liking it?
I really like it. It's to the point, you know, where there's like blonde blindness. Sorry, that's a tongue twister. Blonde blindness.
Blonde blindness. What
so
is
like
that?
when you dye your hair blonde and then you just keep going blonde and blonde and blonde and like you don't realize how blonde you are, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
maybe I've done this.
Yeah. And then I see people and then their hair starts to be like platinum. I'm like, girl, like how did we get here?
did we get here?
So then I think I have dark hair blindness. Because I dyed it like pretty dark. It wasn't this dark. And then I was like, it's getting lighter. I need to go darker. So then I dyed it darker. And then I'm like, it's getting lighter. And then yesterday I like drove to the salon. I was like, my hair is getting lighter. Like I know it. So dyed it again. But this time they used a different dye. So I'm hoping it doesn't actually get lighter. But like yesterday I had like little like blonde streaks coming through. Like I low-key felt like Elsa. Or wait, no, Anna.
Yeah,
Not Elsa.
yeah.
Wait, no. Anna.
No,
No, it's Anna.
Which
Because
one's
Anna
with the-
has like the gingerish hair, like the strawberry brown, and she has the
Yeah.
one blonde streak.
yes.
Do you know? Okay, maybe I was like young when this came out, and I was like flabbergasted. But like when you think of Frozen, who do you think of first?
The blonde one and that snowman.
So Elsa, and,
Elsa and Olaf.
Yeah. Wait, why am I forgetting everything? I was gonna say Sven. That's the reindeer. So Elsa and Olaf, right?
Yeah.
The whole movie, like the main character, when you look it up, is Anna. this like altered my brain chemistry. Like the whole movie is about Anna.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. It's
But then you
about the
think of
little
Elsa
sister.
right
yeah,
away.
because she's over here spitting out magic and ice magic everywhere.
Yeah, like when you think of Frozen, I think of Elsa.
Me too. She's the
But-
drama.
Anna is the main character, and I was like appalled when I found this out because obviously watching it, like, and then I had to rewatch it like a couple years
Like,
ago.
I need to check.
And I was like, there's no way. And then I rewatched it with someone, and we're sitting there like, no way. Anna is literally the main character.
I didn't know that. Out of all the different like acting roles you've had, which one's been your favorite so far?
I think my favorite has to be my first ever one because it's the most sentimental. I played the main character's daughter on the show called The Affair. It's a Showtime show. It was in one season. It was before I even moved to California. I was like, I think 10 or like 11, like right in there. And I got to do a stunt where I was like thrown across the room. And
Did you do your own stunts?
I did my own stunt.
Okay.
And
wow.
it was like a period piece. So I think it was, is this bad? I think it was like the 60s or 70s, like somewhere in there.
When you said period piece, my brain went so old. I was like, My Fair Lady? Like,
Oh my God, no.
what?
Like when I heard period piece, I was like, wait, am I getting my period? Like that's what I thought. And then now I'm like, okay, like a period piece, like back to like the 70s, I think.
Love it.
And I got to like be like little daughter, had a couple lines, and then she got to like shove me across the room, and there was like mats everywhere. I had like mats my back, and then I would like fall and like look really drama. All of it was cut.
How dare they?
I was so excited. We had a watch party. My name is in the credits and everything, but like I was so excited. It was the coolest thing ever. I like
hate
ate
when
the
they do
audition.
that.
Cut. Like I don't even think I have a line in it. It was weird. My call time was at like 4 or 5 p.m. And because you're like under 18, I think you have to work for like 7 hours and then some like weird hour thing. And I remember it was up to the last like 30 minutes is right when we started filming this. And I was sitting there like all day, but I was so excited. I was on FaceTime with my dad. I was in my little trailer, on my own trailer with my name and my outfit. And then I had like my own wardrobe room. Like it was so
special.
Sick.
You're
and
like,
it was on the Sony Pictures lot. And I got to see like the rainbow. It was like one of the coolest experiences still to this day. And I feel like that has to be my favorite because it was just so like sentimental and surreal.
I love that. Let's go ahead and take a quick break right here to talk about another one of this week's sponsors, Nutrafol. Hair is such a fun part of how we express ourselves. I love styling my hair and doing different looks, but if you're someone that's been noticing a little bit more shedding or thinning of your hair than usual, it can be frustrating, maybe even embarrassing. That's why I started using Nutrafol, and I have to say that I'm really happy with the results. I've been taking Nutrafol for a while now, and I've seen improved hair growth and decreased shedding. Last year, I announced it on social media that last year was the year of healing for my hair because I had over-dyed it and fried it, so I was doing a lot of different things to get my hair health back. I really like that Nutrafol works from the inside out, targeting things like stress, nutrition, and hormones. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. Their formulas are physician formulated and 100% drug free, supporting visibly stronger and healthier hair within just like 3 to 6 months. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol is offering Rodiculous listeners $10 off your first month subscription plus free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and use the promo code ROW. That is Nutrafol.com, Nutrafol.com, and promo code ROW, RO. Give your hair the love it deserves with Nutrafol. No, wait, were you in a band or did you date someone from a band? Okay, sorry. Because we were talking about this and I was like, wait, were you in a band or did you date someone from a band?
I am not in the band.
Not in the band. Oh, so you dated someone. My bad. Well, we can cut this. Okay,
I mean,
oopsie, sorry. Because you dated publicly, didn't you?
Yes, and my cousin set us up. Jake, I love you, but please never do that again.
Jake, you have been fired from Wingman.
He has.
Or he's in timeout, maybe.
A very, very, very long time out.
Okay, he's in a very long time out after
He
this
caused
one.
me years of trauma, Jake. I love you.
Yeah, Jake, you caused me to have white hair. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. Okay, I'm just kidding. I love you. He's gonna listen to this and be like, "Why have I brought up so many times?" No, but yeah, Jake set me up. I thought it was really good. It was not. It was probably the worst experience of my entire life. But you know, you live and you learn, and then you would think, "Wow, musicians are just not for me." No, I did not learn my lesson. I had to learn my lesson the second time.
You're like, let's try it again.
Yeah, let's
Maybe
do it
it's
again.
just this one musician.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of the vibe.
You know, the other one, like, we're chill, we're cool, we're friends. It was just a lot. I don't think personally that I can do it again. I don't think that's the type of person that I foresee myself being in a relationship with.
It's hard because they
That
travel a
lifestyle.
lot.
Yeah, and that's not even the issue.
on
like,
tour,
I moved to Germany for 3 months for my ex.
You went to Germany?
For 3 months, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was just like going for like, so I get this call from like the main like manager, like head up, you know, your boyfriend can't function without you.
Yeah.
He's like not doing very well. Like, I think you should come out here. And I was like, how am I going to convince, I was 17. I was like, how am I going to convince my parents to let me
Travel, yeah, there.
So my mom was like, okay, let's go. So we go. We're gonna get like, we got a one-way ticket because we're expecting either to be there from like 5 to 7 days, but we didn't know like what it was gonna be like.
Yeah.
And then we get there and he completely did like 180. He was so happy and like alive, and like it was like
Aw.
even the videos I saw from before and after, like he would go to his room and like not hang out with anyone, and then when I was there, it just like brought out a completely different side of him. So
You
when
were,
we
like,
got there,
very supportive and
yeah, 100%.
loving,
Like,
and then it.
because it's one of those things where like even though like that lifestyle could, we were only like 3 months into dating too.
Wow.
Which is crazy, but like I know that lifestyle could be really hard, but especially like we're under this one big umbrella of the industry, and it's like if I booked a movie and I was living in a different country, not even for 3 months, for a year, like I wouldn't want that person to like leave me and be like, give up, you know, because of work. And like you just have to accept, like you kind of know what you're getting yourself into, getting into that lifestyle. Like if you're dating an artist, you know they're going to be touring, you know they're going to be doing music videos with other girls, you know
Yeah.
they're going to be doing that, and like it's unfair to like tell them like, hey, like I'm not okay with you touring and doing whatever, because you know what you're signing up for, getting into that.
Right.
Like you can't give them a hard time for their job because you know what they're doing before you start dating, you know?
Yeah, it's
and
part of the
obviously,
career.
it's a
Yeah.
thing where if they cross the line and you're like, yo, that's not cool, that's one
a
thing.
boundary, right?
Yeah, but you can't like tell them they can't do their career that they're passionate about, because if the
Right.
roles were reversed, you would hate that, you know? So we were planning on going there for 5 days, and he was like, I really want you here until I leave. And I was like, okay, well, when is that? He was like, 3 more months. And I was like, so we just kept the one-way ticket. We're like, we're probably gonna leave early. Then we ended up like visiting Paris while we were there. It was really fun.
Wow.
But yeah, like that era of my life was like, definitely don't take it back, but I definitely did learn a lot, and it definitely was very unhealthy. But in the beginning, and when I went to Germany, I had the best time and everything was great. It's just eventually like we just outgrew each other and turned into 2 different people. And
Yeah.
that's okay. It kind of felt like a high school relationship, and the 2 people were going off to college. Like that was the vibe, but it took a couple months afterwards, and I'm like, wow, that was really not good. But in the moment, like, you know, we're just 2 completely different. Honestly, like looking back, I'm
Figuring
like,
it
how did
out.
we even date? Like, I don't think we have one thing in common. Like, genuinely, I cannot name one thing we agree on.
Isn't it weird sometimes you get attracted to someone and it's just like animal instincts? Like it's almost like chemical. I don't know if it's pheromones or whatever, but you're just like, I like you.
I genuinely
I like
think
your
that's
vibe.
what it was.
And
I
then-
genuinely think that's what it was.
And then it's weird because like you genuinely like them, but there's no like deep bases underneath,
Yes.
like similarities and things to for you guys to bond over? Like, it's just
Honestly,
like,
yeah.
we like each other.
Yeah, it's like we like each other. What do you have in common? I could not tell you. But
We have
like,
coming on one thing.
yeah, and we dated for over a year, which is like crazy. I honestly don't know how it lasted that long, but I don't regret anything. I
love
don't
that.
wish I would have changed anything, because if that didn't happen, then that wouldn't have led me to this and that. And like, I don't know. It's cool to like line everything out. But yeah, I definitely don't regret it. Was it the best? Absolutely not. But wish him the best. Hope he
Love that.
succeeds in whatever he does. It's just I wasn't his person. He wasn't mine.
Just polar opposite.
Like so opposite that it's like I don't even know how we got along. Let
That's
alone
good.
date
That's
for over a
funny.
year.
That's funny. I mean, well, because you're a cool person, I'll say that
thank
too.
you.
You should add comedian to your list. I don't know if you have added that to your list yet, but for
Thank
anyone
you.
listening who doesn't know, Simone is so fucking
Says
funny.
you. I'm
She's-
literally rolling every single time. Like I have tears running down my face when I'm with you.
When we hang out, I start laughing so hard that I almost pee myself. Like, we went to the red carpet. You invited me to go to the red carpet of Love Hurts.
Yes.
And we were in the car. We get out of the car. We're walking to the red carpet, and we were doing a really quick fit check.
Yeah, I took a little video and I was
just
like, these are
real
outfits.
quick. And then we were walking. You were like, my feet feel funny, and that you were wearing like these really tall, gorgeous high heels, the red bottoms. They were like stilettos and just gorgeous. And I'm like, well, yeah, they're gonna feel funny. I mean, you're
Yeah, they're
wearing
very uncomfortable.
lady killer heels. Like,
Yeah.
these are the real deal. And you're like, I think I have them on the wrong feet. And I was like, there's no way you could put these on the
fully
wrong feet.
Had my shoes on the wrong feet on a red carpet, like high heels. Like the heels are like flipped. Like they're like leaning in towards each other like a pizza, like as if I was like skiing, and they were like break, like do a pizza. I've never skied, but this is what I imagined it feeling like.
Like, do a double. You had me do a double take because I was like, there's no way we walked all this way with your shoes on the wrong feet. Like, that just can't happen. But I looked down and I was like, wait, they do look a little, wait a minute. So I got down there, we took them off, and like, yeah, you had them on the wrong
had them
feet.
on the wrong feet.
And I was like, this girl's got to be a ballerina because, were you?
I actually never
you-
did point. I
I'm like-
quit dance from that, but like I did ballet, but like I
was
wasn't
like, she's got to be a ballerina. She's like, yeah, I don't even feel it.
I do have to say, is there wood somewhere?
Yeah, this is one.
I have really good balance.
Yes. I was impressed
Thank
that
you.
you made it all the way there. And then we switched the shoes. And also, the shoe went flying off. on the
Hollywood Boulevard inside
escalator
the escalator.
thingy.
The heel was so thin that it got like caught in between the wedges on, like not like the big ones. It's like the
Yeah.
little grits on
the step.
on the escalator. And I went to go walk off the escalator. Show goes
flew.
flew across Hollywood Boulevard. And also on top of this, there was someone there that I may or may not like have a crush on. And I did not know they were there. Also have never met them in person until that night. And like we knew who each other were, but we're not like, you know, we weren't kikiing yet.
Yeah.
And they were there, and all of this is happening. My shoe's on the wrong foot. My shoe is going flying across Hollywood Boulevard. But I mean, if you're not gonna love me at my worst, you're not gonna love me at my best.
Yep.
So there it is. 1 foot walking across Hollywood Boulevard, me chasing after my shoe, and they were like, "Hey!" And I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Oh, this is happening.
I was like, "Wow."
I was giggling for days after we hung out. Like, when we were driving home, I was laughing so hard for so many reasons. That night was so much fun.
We like ended up sitting on the floor of the after party until like
we
1 a.m. in our nice dresses, House of CB, like shout out. But like,
With the really sweet guy who does the slow-mo cam.
yes, okay,
He was
Glambot
amazing.
guy.
The
His name is
Glambot.
Cole.
I started following him on
Yes.
Instagram. He's the nicest person.
He's so dope.
He's like down to earth. He's so cool. We actually kind of got in trouble. I remember like my feet were hurting. We all
and
like
they were
crouched
like, you
down,
can't
and they
like
were
sit
"You
on the
can't
floor.
You can't.
And I was
crouch."
like, okay, valid, but like, I hope you feel my pain.
like I like that a security guard came over and was like, "Is everything okay here?"
Yeah, and
We're
we're
like, "Yeah,
like-
we're just
yeah.
sitting. Our feet hurt." And he's like, "That's not allowed."
And I was like, cool. Is there a bench? I don't see one.
Yeah, excuse me. He was like, That's so funny that we even got in trouble for that.
We
That
were
was ridiculous.
Sitting next to the snack table, by the way, so we were like shoving our faces with pizza sitting on the floor.
Pizza, boba.
Oh, that was
sliders.
so good. We actually had like, that was one of my like favorite events. So thank you for coming with me.
I love events. I'm like a social butterfly. You throw me in a room, I'll talk to anybody. I was just saying hi to anybody and everybody. And someone I met there who was another actor, he was so sweet, came over, introduced himself. And I had no clue who he was. He was just so kind. And then a girl next to me goes, do you know who that was? And I was like, no. And she goes, oh, it's Diaries of a Wimpy
Oh,
Kid.
Zachary.
Yes, he was so
I know
nice.
Zachary. He's
And
so nice.
She said, a Wimpy Kid Diaries. And I go, I don't know what you're saying. And because I didn't grow up with
Diaries
it.
of a Wimpy Kid.
See,
yeah.
and that's a generational thing where I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, that's why we have to play this game. It's going to be so funny. But I was like, it just started cracking me up. Like, he was so
Zachary
nice.
is so nice. Zachary
So
Gordon,
nice.
shout out. Very just down to earth, honestly, like so kind. You would never, my favorite kind of people to meet is the people you would never know,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like, you would never know if you were behind them in a coffee shop. They don't act a certain way just because they're super successful or whatever. I
Kind, friendly.
realized, at least in my personal experience, the bigger they are, the more down to earth they are.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I met Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber,
No
the
way.
nicest people.
I met their mom.
Really?
Yes, tell me all about it, and I'll tell you
So-
all about it.
He has a little sister named Jasmine Bieber. Shout out, love you, queen.
Aw.
She used to watch my videos on YouTube.
That is
and
adorable.
I was freaking out because I was like, wait, what? So this is like right when I was like pretty starting YouTube, like probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And they're like, I had the same publicist as Justin, and he was like, or she was like, oh, like Jasmine like really wants a video, and I was like, Jasmine who? She's Jasmine Bieber, her sister. I was like, wait, no way, she watches my videos. So she was like, if you ever see my brother out, because she lives in Canada with his parents, you know, they're like, if you ever see him out, tell him like Jasmine said hi. And I was like, okay. So we used to play Roblox together. We'd FaceTime all the time. She's so sweet. And I was out and about, lo and behold, like a year later, still friends with her and
Yeah.
everything, like super nice girl. I was getting ice cream. It was my first time surfing, and I still had my side part. Like, that was the phase I was in.
Me
And
right now, hiding
No.
these whites.
no, but like side parts are like back. Like, I love a good side part.
Only doing it to hide the whites. I
Oh, no,
usually am
like-
a middle parter.
No, but like side parts are like cute. Like, but back then like wasn't
my-
cute because it was like side part, but like a
not-
little like side part.
I'm not into it.
I wore one yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
I've been middle parting it.
I
But
have
this
a
is-
like calic, which is why I never did it. And then I like trained it to like middle part. So it's still there a little bit, but that's why I always used a side part. But was out surfing, got ice cream. He walks like past the ice cream shop as I was walking out, or he was in line or something. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And this is back when they weren't even married. They were like freshly engaged, I believe. And I was
Aw,
like,
young love.
hi, like, do you mind if I take a picture with you? Like, whatever. They're so sweet. And then I was like, oh, like, it's like, I know you're not going to believe me, but I actually know your sister. And like, she told me to say hi. He was like, you don't know Jasmine, like, whatever, but still really nice. And then I was like, I do. And then I show like our text, like phone number, like whatever. And he goes, how do you know my sister? Like, she watches my videos.
Yeah.
It's like, no way. And like, he was really nice before, but that kind of like opened like a
Broke
new
the
like,
ice, yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like, this is so cool. Like, let's make a video for her, whatever. Like, it was so sweet. Haley was so sweet. And like, yeah, that's like one of those people, like, I feel like, not that you would expect them, but you know, they are like so successful and they're amazing. Like, Haley has her road, like Justin obviously with his music and all his endeavors. Like, you would think like,
So many.
yeah, and they're just casually walking around Malibu. This is crazy. I was at the same restaurant as like Ellen DeGeneres years ago.
No
Probably like
way.
5 years ago. It was like right when I moved to LA. It was just like everyone and everything.
Yeah, were you in Malibu or like Los Angeles?
This was on Melrose.
Got it.
It was Craig's.
Oh, I
in
know
LA.
Craig's.
Yeah.
It's right across from Catch.
Yes, Catch is my favorite restaurant.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Wait, did I tell you I rented it out for my birthday?
Shut
up.
I could destroy those donut holes. You know,
I had
those donut
those.
on the wheel,
I had the catch rolls, the filet skewers, like the crispy cauliflower, like everything. I made like a custom menu that was like all my favorite foods from there, and we got like 10 of each, and it just filled an entire table. And I had like, I think there's 20 people at my party.
My jaw's dropping. My
Next
jaw's
birthday,
dropping.
I need to do the same thing. I need to do it again. We got a party
I'm inviting
bus there.
myself.
You're coming.
Coming. I love your taste. Okay, so tell me this story. So you're at Craig's.
I'm at Craig's,
which has
and-
really bomb vegan ice cream for
Really?
anybody listening.
I don't remember that.
They have a good
but it
recipe.
was years
It's
ago.
Good. It's good.
I think it was for like Mother's Day or like Valentine's Day or like something like that. Me and my parents go, and we went like right at 5, right when they open. And there was only one other person sitting in the restaurant, and it was Ellen by herself. Me and my parents like literally get sat in the table like right across from her. We're like, oh my God, that's Ellen. I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go say hi. I was like 11, and like I had no fears at that point. If that was me today, I would be like, oh my God. And then just like pretend like that never happened, because like I would not go up to someone. But at 11, you like don't have any fears. I was like, yes, of course I'm gonna go say hi to
you're a
Ellen.
little babe.
Without knowing, apparently there's this rep about her that, you know,
Oh.
she isn't the coolest to work with. But my experience was, I think, the best celebrity experience I've ever met. I went over,
Really?
I was like a little bippity bop. I was like, hi, I love your show, like whatever. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're adorable. Like, what's your name? I sat in the booth with her. She's like, can we get an appetizer going? We had an appetizer with Ellen
my
DeGeneres.
gosh, yes.
And I was like, again, oblivious. I was like, oh my God, like, yeah. She's like, I was telling her, like, oh, I have this product, like, whatever. She's like, that is so cool, like, da-da. And then right at the end, like, after we're done eating, I was like, do you mind if we get a picture? She's like, absolutely. I, like, sit there. I had a dress on from, like, Justice. Do you know the clothing store? I was in my little Justice dress with my hair in a bow. And we take a picture.
so colorful.
The nicest person. So genuine, so down to earth, so welcoming. Like, literally, she was like, come in my booth.
Come hang.
And I was like, are you kidding me? And then like 5 minutes after we went back to our table, like the rest of her like team or whoever she was meeting showed up. And like, it's so weird because you obviously like everyone has different experiences
With people, yeah.
people. And I hear all these stories and it makes me so frustrated because I had the best experience with her and she was so down to earth and so genuine and so nice. And it's like, why I don't understand like the disconnect sometimes. So obviously I will be the first to say there's days where I'm not having a good day and people come up to me and I may be like shorter. I'm like, hey, like, I'm so sorry. I don't look my best right now. Like, I don't think I've ever turned down like a picture, like ever, but I'll be like, hey, like, sorry, like my voice is gone, or like, there was one time where someone came up like when I was crying and I like wiped my tears
my
and took the photo
gosh.
or whatever.
That's hard.
Which those times are a little bit hard, but I've never turned down a photo. But there's times where I'm like, hey, like, oh my God, like, da-da-da-da-da. And there's other times I'm just more reserved. And I'm like, hey, like, sorry, I'm a little under the weather right now. But like, yes, let's get a picture. So like, I understand like where there's a little bit of the differences, but it's just like complete night and day. And like, I'm just like, I wonder why. I feel like I try to be the same person that I am on camera, off camera. Like, I don't have like a switch that turns on. Like, what you see is what you get. Like,
Yeah, I feel like with a lot of people too, like they're so multifaceted and multidimensional that it's like a lot of people will just label someone as like they're good or bad, but I feel like a lot of people like have a lot of good and then they have bad days or like they make bad decisions, or like, so it's weird because I feel like most people that I've worked with in entertainment have at their core been really, really good and kind
so
people.
genuine,
like,
so nice. Yeah,
I really have appreciated that. And I got lucky there. And only a few bad experiences, but even like, I was going to tell you. So Justin Bieber's mom, I met her because we had the same hairstylist.
No way.
Yeah, I was with my hairstylist.
Clearly, you're doing something right.
Chrissy, we were kind of in the private room that she has above kind of the salon just for some more privacy. And we were hanging out there and she said, hey, I have another, client coming in. Is that cool? I was like, yeah. Sat down. We got to talking. I did not recognize her. I did not know her. I don't really know a lot about music artists and their lives and things because I don't really follow things very closely. Like I could probably run into a huge music celebrity and not even realize it.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
With the Childish Gambino. Whoops, I went on
You
a
know,
hiking retreat.
It's because you also don't
With them.
see them. You only hear them for the
Right.
most part. And then obviously you see stuff online, but like,
Didn't even...
that's
Yeah.
so cool.
So we started talking, and here's the cool thing. She's a fellow shorty. So she's short, too.
Wait, how
Short-
tall is she?
Like, literally 4'9".
Oh my gosh.
And I'm 4'10". She's
I'm like
a little shorty.
4'11".
Yeah, we were showing each other shoes, like where to find, small petite shoes. She
Oh my
was
gosh.
sharing with me, and I was sharing with her, like
That is so sweet.
giving each other the shoe business. Like we were sharing shoes, and then only at the very end, I'm walking to the car, and Christy was like, "Oh, thanks for being so sweet," blah blah blah, and she had a great time. And I said, "Wait, what?" Because she had mentioned her name, and she goes, "Oh yeah, that was Justin Bieber's mom," and I was like, no way.
That's, again, one of the times where you don't even know, and
I had
you are
no
just
idea.
being yourself. You're genuine. You're not trying to impress anyone, and like, that's so sweet. I'm so
I
glad.
had no idea she was a fellow shorty.
Yeah.
So if she
I
ever
don't even
hears
know.
this, I just want to say I adore you. I had so much
You're part
fun
of
at
the
the hair
club.
salon, and thank you for the shoe recommendations. I got a pair. There was they were really cute platform like sneakers. They
Oh
were
my
like
gosh.
so cute.
She has style.
She has style. She has style. But I would say they didn't really look alike. I would have not thought
Really?
some people look identical and
Yeah.
some don't, but that's like me. I look like my dad more
Yeah,
than my
same.
mom.
Same, yeah.
So like if I was standing in a picture next to my dad, you'd be like obvious. But with my mom, it's like we look similar.
I think like I could be like making this up right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pretty sure like just based off like being around people, like I feel like the girls always look more like their dad, and then the boys always look more like their mom. Even though like obviously like guys are gonna have like maybe it's like the shorter hair or the longer hair, like whatever, like taking from their dad, because obviously there's the guy features.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely see a little bit of my mom in me, but if you put me and my dad, especially when I'm like not wearing makeup and I'm not all glam, if you put our faces
Yeah.
next to each other, we look like twins.
Whoa.
Like same eye color, like we were both born with like the really like blondish hair.
I'm just thinking about my boyfriend, Mike. Him and his mom look really similar.
Yeah, I swear it's like the
Like
opposite gender
they
thing.
look really similar. Oh my gosh, I love this.
I do have a question because you brought it
Okay.
up. You say you
Yeah.
don't know a lot about music artists. Like, what music do you listen to?
I listen to a little bit of everything.
Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah.
Also, you have a video of you singing opera on YouTube, and like we just discovered this at game night. Yes. And we were like, "Are you kidding me? You were singing your heart out." First of all, you look like a Disney princess. We were blasting this on my TV at 1 a.m. while shoving our faces with cookie bars that I made.
They were so bomb. Those were delicious.
Which honestly, still to this day, is like the nicest compliment that
you
the girl I
guys,
watched cooking.
she's
growing up.
also a baker. All right, so add that to the list of talents and skills.
Wait, like the one thing I really want to do is
I think
bake
it's your
with
Italian
you.
side. I
No,
think
it has to be.
It's just like that Italian side. She could bake.
I can bake. I'm better at cooking, I think. Grew up baking, better at
Really?
cooking now. Love baking, but like I like to be like, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. But then with baking, it literally has to be exact, or like it does not turn out. Can we please like bake something?
Yeah, we need to.
I don't know what it would be.
We need to.
But like I will show up hair in the ponytail, like hairnet, like ready, gloves, like everything. I'm ready.
Your game night was so much fun. She hosted this like kind of like a Palentine's. It was like
Yeah.
for friends for Valentine's and board game night. And there was so much delicious food.
I catered
And
canes, which was
love
so good. It was
that
comfort food.
That chicken is so bomb.
was so
oh my
good.
gosh. And the first time I went to your house, oh my gosh, your mom did a full smorgasbord. She did a full like spread. She even had cannolis. I was like eating cannoli about to do your podcast. I was like, I'm in heaven.
My
I'm,
mom
like, in heaven.
loves you so much.
I
It's like
adore
just the
her.
Italian, like we just like
Yes.
birds of a feather stick together. Like she loves you so much.
It feels so familiar. It feels like home. It feels like we were talking about all things Italian, all things. It was just,
Yeah.
I adore her and your dog. I'm obsessed. Like, why
Oh,
is your
I'm
dog
obsessed.
so well behaved?
This one's blueberry muffin.
Yeah, Blueberry Muffin is not as well behaved as her dog. Her dog is an angel. My dog needs 10 years of training.
Yesterday she was pretending to limp to get attention because we left for dinner without her. So we took her to the doctor today, and they're like, nothing's wrong with her.
She's faking it.
And today she was running around the house. Last night she was limping on 3 legs. Her back leg was like up, and we're like, oh my gosh. We were like flashlight into her paw, or like it has to be like something. And then she woke up running around the house, whatever. They took her to the doctor. She was literally like begging for attention.
Oh my gosh, this drama queen.
She was supposed to be 3 pounds. She's 22. We came and take her on a plane. Like, my family has to come to me.
She was supposed to be like a teacup, and
Teacup.
she weighs as much as a French bulldog. You guys,
She is.
She's a sturdy girl.
She's definitely curvy.
All right, so at your board game night, we played a game that was really similar to like Mafia and Werewolf. What was
Yeah.
it called? Because it had
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me. Avalon?
yes. And so it's basically like the TV show Traitors, where
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are like the faithfuls, and then there's a few people who are like the traitors.
Yeah.
And then the first round, we had so much fun. It was all of us girls were the traitors,
Yeah, there
basically.
was. Unfortunately, only 3 of my like girlfriends can make it. So it was the girls and the gays.
Yeah, the girls and the gays.
And plus Brendan.
Yes.
My producer.
Yes. It was so much fun that we played this game a couple times through. And I remember the first time I was like, no, don't give me the traitor. Don't give me the traitor. And then I was like, oh no.
Every single round, we both were the bad guys.
Yeah.
But we know, like, who else is bad. So
Yeah.
they were like, okay, all like traitors or whatever, like, open your eyes. And we'd open and we'd look at each other. We're like, and then we're like, okay, play it cool. We were teaming up. We really tried to win.
I really put it out there. Like the guys were like, what if it's all 3 of the girls? And I was like, oh, come on, you guys. Like, what is this? Burn the witches? Yeah. In the back of my head, I'm like,
They're right.
They're 100% correct.
The girls are the bad ones.
We are the witches this time. Like this is actually happening. So if you were going to go on the show Traitors, a faithful or as a traitor, which one do you think you'd have more fun doing?
Okay. That's a good question. I think I would want to be like the bad one. But see, the thing is that everyone knew I was bad. I don't know if it was just because of the 3 girls. I don't know if I can sell it. I think I would be better at the faithful because I would be like piecing together the clues. I'm like, this person says like whatever. But obviously being the bad one is more fun.
Yeah, and you're more in the know. You have more knowledge than the other players because you know exactly who are the faithfuls and who are the traitors.
Yeah.
And they don't know. Oh, there's a third option. You
Okay.
start as a faithful and then you may be recruited.
Oh, absolutely that one.
I would do that.
You start off, you're like, okay, getting to know anyone. And then if you get recruited, I know all of the tea. I know this person, that person,
Yeah.
that person. I got the inside scoop. And now I'm like a bird's eye. Like, I would win. I would win that game if that was an option.
I like that. I like the third option. Simone has Gen Z slang words, and you're going to have to say it, and then I'm going to have to guess what it means. And then I
Okay,
have
cool.
a list of millennial words, and I'm going to say it, and you have to guess what it means.
Cool.
And we'll see where
Wait,
we fall
rock,
on this
paper,
scale.
scissors.
Who goes first? Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, you go first.
The first millennial word. What does BAE mean? Bae.
Like, that my boo thing. Like, that's my couple. That's my girl.
That's
Okay.
it. That's your
Slay.
bae. It's before anyone else. It's your number one.
Oh,
it's like
okay. I didn't know it standed for something. I thought it was just like, that's my boo thing. Like, that's my girl.
Look at this. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, hit me
The
one.
first Gen Z, bussin'. BUSSIN apostrophe.
You know what I think it is? I was a waitress, but before I was a busser. So it's bussin', you're busy. You're busy. That's
you were a waitress?
Yeah, I was a waitress.
Sorry, I was more shocked at that.
I was a waitress like off and on for like 8 years in college and stuff.
Oh my God.
And so I was like bussers. We were sweating. I mean, I was
My dad
working.
did the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so
has
I
a
was
million stories.
Bussin'.
So
busy.
Unfortunately, no. It's like bussin', like something's very good. So like that food is bussin'. Like
It's a good thing? It means this is good?
like I don't even know how to describe this word, but it's like
This tea is bussin'?
yeah, this tea's bussin'. Catch is bussin'. Like your glam today is bussin'.
Catches bussin'.
Yeah.
Catches bussin'. Okay, ready for this one? Here's
Yeah.
the next one. What does lit mean?
Lit, like that's cool, that's fire, like your outfit's lit.
Yes. Means like, yeah, good, great. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You got it.
Cap. Do you know what cap is?
Okay, I know that there's cap and no cap, and one means a lie and one means a truth, but I always get them confused.
Try to guess.
When they're like, no cap, 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 no cap, 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 no
Yeah.
cap. And I'm like, what are we saying?
What are we saying?
Which Which one is it?
Okay, I will give
So I
you the
feel
point
like
for that.
cat means you have a hat on, you're hiding, you're lying. Cat.
Yes.
Hi,
Yeah,
hiding.
you're like, oh, cat.
You're hiding.
Cat, like, you're hiding
You're
in the
hiding
shadows.
because you're being shady.
Cat.
That, yeah.
Sus.
So
Cap.
sus with your cap on.
Yeah, so if you're like, that's cap, you're like, that's false.
That's false.
Like you're lying.
Got
but
it.
if you're like, this happened, no cap.
No cap.
That's like swearing on it, like, that just happened.
That's real.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Ice or icy.
Is it like dripped out? Like you have cool style, like icy? Well, you would think like cold. It's like burr. Like
Yeah.
wait, are you actually like when you say,
Like-
"Oh, I'm icy"? Does
but,
that mean
like-
you're cold? Kind of what I was saying. Like when
Yeah.
you're iced out, like usually it's like jewelry. I feel like
Yes,
this is
that's-
like I'm iced out, and it's like the
Yes.
wrapper's like
Jewelry. Yeah. It's like
Okay.
blinged out jewelry.
so like this.
Like icy. Yeah.
Cute.
I have a lot of
still
ice.
Don't, I
Like-
still don't get that, but
I think it's because diamonds look like ice cubes.
ice. Yeah.
So they're like, I'm iced out because you got all these diamonds all over
Like
you.
at that point, just say you're rich. Like why are we saying icy?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know what chuggy is?
Chuggy?
Yeah, I didn't think chuggy was Gen Z because my mom says chuggy.
I thought Chuggy was Gen Alpha, like my little baby nephews.
Wait, you think chuggy means Gen Alpha?
Wait, no, wait. Chuggy, it's like cringy. Is that right?
Not according to the card. I would say chuggy
What is
in
it?
my own Simone's World definition. If I look at like if there's a lot of paintings on one wall or things are cluttered, I'm like that looks too chuggy. Like let's dial it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that's my definition of chuggy, but on the card it says it's like outdated.
Too
like-
much.
Yeah, I think there's too much going on. Like let's dial it back.
Got it.
Like that's my definition of chuggy.
Okay, that helps me. Okay, what about slay?
Wait, that's a millennial term? Like,
Yeah, they
it's the
said-
most used word in my vocabulary.
See, this is why it's zillennial. There's like, they said that there's,
A crossover.
yeah, there's millennial and Gen Z, and then there's this kind of gray zone
Yeah.
where even language and slang terms are like blurred.
Yeah.
So that's
slay
one
is
of them.
just
it said.
like, period, you look good, queen. Like, I don't even know how to describe Slay, but how I became friends with one of my friends, you met Maeve. You know Maeve?
I love her.
She's the best.
So
we
talented.
met because we were in two different conversations, and in the two different conversations, we both go, Slay, and we go, and we turn around, and we're like, hi, I'm Simone, nice to meet you, best friends. Over the word Slay.
I love that.
Do you know what a got is? Got?
Gyat.
Got?
I know this one.
Gyat?
Gyat. You got a booty.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like, you got it.
you got it.
You got the
Like-
junk in the trunk.
Yes.
You've got the cakes. I got it.
You Bro,
Oh, stop. Okay, here's an old one. It's, oh my gosh, so this became popular in 1995. By Felicia.
So my cousin's name is Felicia. So every time at restaurants, they're like, "Oh, order under what?" And she's like Felicia, and they go, "Bye, Felicia." It's like a reference from a TV show, I believe.
Yeah, it's with
but-
Ice Cube. It's a movie like with Ice Cube, and there's this girl, and they're like, "Bye," like, get out of here.
Yeah,
they're
so
like,
I know that from like people being like, "Bye, Felicia." Like I think it's like a reference to that, but.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, get out of here, like, goodbye, like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe some of these.
yeah, I don't know how to
Bye,
say
Felicia.
like.
It's just like, go, like, bye, Felicia.
That's exactly what it is. Go, skadoodle.
I have another one for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
This one's a very interesting one.
Okay, I'm ready.
Cook. Because you know
Cook.
cook, but there's a different definition for cook nowadays. Like, oh, wait, like, you asked me a question, I'm like, hold on, I have to cook for a second.
Oh, is it let me process, let me think, let me do something.
Yeah, like, let me cook for a second. Or like, hey, like,
Give me a minute.
like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, hold on, let me cook. Like, well, that's a bad example because
okay.
I said dinner. But, you know, like, if you ask for a question.
We're just hungry.
Yeah,
at
I'm
this
so
point.
hungry.
We're just obsessed.
But it's like, if you ask for a question, like, oh, like, whatever. And I'm like, hold on, like, let me cook for a minute. Or, like, say my makeup, like, you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, like, what's going on with your makeup? You're like, let me cook for a second. And then you, like, turn back around and they're like, oh, there you are.
Okay, I got a couple more and then we're done. Here we go. Ready? Okay, so the next word. If someone has Skrilla, what do they have?
Skrilla?
Skrilla.
Like,
This is me in high school.
like, you have style. You're like, eh.
Simone, I love this.
Skrilla?
This is money. Skrilla
Really?
is money.
Like, so Skrilla's present day version is ice. Like, someone's got ice.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Skrilla's crazy. I've never heard that before.
Skrilla was in high school.
Do you know what Riz is?
Riz. Oh yeah, I know what Riz is. Riz is like Raz. Riz is you have game. That's what it is. Riz is game. Okay, so when I was growing up, we called it game. Now you call it Riz because it's like charisma. You have like
Yes.
the energy. You're kind of like you have game.
No, that is correct. It was just the amount of thoughts it took you to get to the answer is what was the funny part.
I should have said, "Let me cook. This is gonna
Yeah,
be a second.
like, let me cook. Hold on.
Let me cook. This is gonna be a second.
You got game.
I'm gonna get there.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay, I have another funny one. Ship.
Like, I ship them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You got it.
Like, back in, like, my early YouTube days, they'd be, like, ships. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
ship them. I
When you
ship
like two people together. Okay, I have one more and then we're done. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna pick one more fun one. Okay, what about totes?
Like, totally.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, she got it. Boom. Okay, wait. What's
I
your
don't
last
know
one?
if, like, totes is, like... I was thinking, like, tote bag initially. I've never really heard totes, but, like... that,
very-
for me, with the most love as possible, that, for me, sounds like a mom trying to fit in with her children. Like, with so much love.
totes.
Like, oh, that totes makes sense.
I love it.
You totes got ice.
I would hear this in, I think it was that movie, Clueless.
Okay, yeah.
Like the totes, whatever. I'm outie.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
Last one.
Okay, let me hear
There's
it.
one I literally don't know how to pronounce, but it would have been so good. I'm not even gonna try for that. Do you know what face card is?
Face card.
Yeah,
Face.
card.
Like card.
Yeah, face card.
A face card. Your ID. Face card. Let me see that face card. It's your driver's license. Boom. Got it.
Okay.
It's your driver's license.
No. But I like that. I like that better. So
a face
face
card?
card is like your face. So right now I'm like face card never declines. Like your face card eats. Like face card never declines.
It's like I love your face.
Yes. So like if you
you
send
say
me a
face
picture
card.
like this or whatever, I'd be
Okay.
like face card never declines. Like you're basically like you're pretty, you're beautiful, like I love your makeup, like face
So
card.
sweet.
But like ID also makes sense. Like let me see your face card. But like
Like,
that's
that's-
also yeah.
Yeah, that's too literal. I feel
Yeah.
like what I just did.
Well, like Gen Zers just like Riz, for example, pretend like charisma does exist. Like who comes up with Riz? Like I didn't even know those two were associated. Like I thought it was just like, yeah, like Riz, you got Riz, like you know how to flirt.
The one I still don't get, and it's between Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Because
Oh.
my little nephews, so it's right. It's in the
gosh.
gray zone. It's
I'm
a
gonna
word.
feel old.
It's called skibbity.
That's what I didn't know
But
how to pronounce. I was like, what is
That's-
skibbity?
It's a gray zone word. You may have heard this because you know what? You're a lot of internets. You okay? Ready? Ratchet.
Ooh, that's like really bad. Like disgusting, gross. Like
Yeah, like trashy.
yeah.
Yeah, you got it. All right, that does it for the Rodiculous podcast. A big thank you to Simone for coming
Thank you
and
for
hanging
having
out with
me.
me today. We are going to go grab a bite for dinner. And for any of those who are channel members, there will be an additional video where my boyfriend is going to be quizzing us on boomer slang. And we're going to see if we can guess any of these words. I don't think I will, but we'll see.
You never know.
Maybe. So if you guys want to come hang out with us, go check out the extra video. A big thank you to you guys for listening, and a thank you to Simone for being here. She's
Thank
amazing.
you for having me, and make sure to go subscribe.
Yeah.
And rate.
Subscribe, rate, and I'm going to be putting all of her links down below so you can go check her out, follow her, show her some love, and check out the new podcast as soon as you have the
Friend
links
Zone.
available. I'm going to
Yay.
be putting all of the links.
You are so sweet. Thank you so
can't
much.
wait. I'm so excited for it.
It'll be so fun.
It was so much fun. I had a blast. And I ate a
we
lot
need
of
to
cannolis.
You need to come back for season 2.
I'm ready.
Okay?
I'm already there.